Hello, hello. Hi, lucky stars. Thanks so much for being here. It's your intuitive tarot reader, your motivational mystic, Galena here, and I am on for a stream. Didn't announce it, still getting in my flow, but I do want to start streaming on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So put it on your calendars. Set an alarm. I don't know what you have to do, but I want you here. So if you're enjoying these live streams, definitely make sure to tune in for that. Also, I just want to say thank you so much to those of you who are engaging in the streams. And if you prefer the kind of hard posts I do, like the more edited uploads that I do and the timeless pick a cards and all of that, I just want to let you know I will be doing a lot more of those, but clearly I'm moving. So my schedule's been a little bit all over the place. And so I come to you today with a message. It is my birthday and I'm just feeling the love. I definitely want to touch on some love messages here. My partner actually got me this beautiful rose. And so I'm just really feeling the romance energy, especially because Venus just retrograded into Pisces. So we are going to be having a deepening of our feelings, more of a focus on our soul ties and those really faded spiritual connections where it's like I can't put my finger on it. It just really defies logic the way I feel about this person. And so you will be revisiting some of those feelings over the next couple weeks. Neptune is also, I believe, conjunct with Saturn. John, hi from Guam. Half a day. Happy birthday. Hope you have a good one, girl. Thank you so much. And so, yeah, if you are feeling an intensity surrounding this, if you're dreaming about the love of your life at this time or that person from your past that you just feel like you really can't get over, the last message that I posted could be really helpful for you. But we're going to get into it, okay? Because the card that we started out with today is the flow of partnership. This card says the ebb and flow of relationship takes me where I need to be next on my path. So this is you having more acceptance for relationships and the phases, the seasons that they kind of go through, and you also understanding, like, some of you it's time to move on from someone, okay? So I'm just going to keep it real with you. We have these tarot cards here. We have death, and what came out right after that was Temperance. And I love how this looks together. I'm seeing a Rose of Jericho in my third eye as well. So for those of you who do not know what a Rose of Jericho is, it is a plant that kind of looks like a tumbleweed. It looks dead. But if you put it in water, it will actually turn green again and unfurl and be a living plant. And you can actually keep these. Actually, I actually have one. I forgot that I gifted my partner one of these for Valentine's Day. So I can actually show you. That's so funny. But yeah, I'm seeing one of these in my third eye. And basically, well, now I'm seeing one with my physical eyes. Anyways, I digress. This is like the energy you've been in. It's been dry, it's been barren, it's been giving parched, like I'm thirsty, I don't have everything I need. You've been out in the cold, out in the desert, but we have temperance here, okay? And that's where I'm getting this juicy, vivacious rose energy. Like something here is being rebirthed and brought back to life, and it's very divinely guided. And it again defies logic. A lot of blessings, a lot of wisdoms you receive, and a lot of experiences that are being opened for you. Like there's just paths just opening for you, and it just really again defies logic. So you're going to be relieved as well as divinely inspired. And this relief, it feels like a big weight off of you. This could be coming to you with just a surge of motivation to like go exercise, go for a walk, get a good sweat in. So it's kind of giving like detoxing. You might find that a sauna is really helpful for you just to get that fire, that inner fire stoked, okay? So you're going to be doing that. Also hydration, right? Especially with the Rose of Jericho energy, make sure you're drinking your water. And with temperance, you're going to have clarity. So some of you, the more you let go of right now, the more you kind of drop things, the more you stop hyper focusing on things, especially when it comes to your attachment, wishing something could be different than what it is. The more you're able to let that go, the more room you're making for like very divine insights. And you're going to be seeing yourself a lot more clearly clearly as well, especially as you go through this heavy transformation and rebirth energy. Whitney in the chat says, Happy birthday. Thank you so much, girly. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to have you always and happy to have you during live chat as well. Thank you for all your support. So yeah, another thing that was really interesting that came in the cards was the Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups. So that is giving, again, that Rose of Jericho energy. The Nine of Wands can be really arduous and just painstaking. And it's also this card of kind of like PTSD or feeling like we just can't enjoy things because we have to keep looking over our shoulder or like, there's so much more to go. Am I even going to make it? Right? Because usually in the Nine of Wands, someone's hiding and they're like, I don't know if I can come out of my hiding spot. Like, am I going to get attacked? Is someone going to catch me? Right. So you've been very on edge and very much like, I don't even know if I can make it across this finish line. But with this Nine of Cups, I feel like this is actually, for some of you, this is kind of particular, but it's like something coming in before what you thought you wanted and you being like, oh, this thing's better. So I'm actually going to go here and I'm actually going to choose what makes me happy now. Not in the sense of like having instant gratification, but it's like, "Oh, okay, this is good, this is comfortable, like, I can work with this, I can really settle here," not settling in a bad way. I actually feel like you're moving out of that energy of settling for less than what you deserve, but with the Nine of Cups, it's like, "Oh, actually, I can get used to this, like, I'm actually really comfortable here, and, oh, okay, like, now we're cooking," is kind of the way this message is coming through. Taryn in the chat says, "Happy birthday, beautiful. Happy birthday, sis. I love you so much. Thank you for being here." And so, yeah, with this Five of Pentacles reversed too, this is a full recovery, and it's actually really mirroring this rose, y'all. So we are again blooming. There's like this beautiful blooming that's happening, and it again defies logic. I feel like I keep repeating that, but Spirit really wants to emphasize you cannot think your way out of this. It's not something for you to figure out. It's not something for you to even search for. You're going to feel your way through this, and some of you, you just might be feeling heavy. You just might be feeling fatigued. And that's because there's this huge clearing that's happening for you. And so with this Queen of Swords reverse, Knight of Swords reverse, you might not have a logical next step, so to say. But with the Five of Pentacles, you better believe the earth is getting uh, fertilized again. It's like the earth of your life. And also like a beautiful rain is kind of coming, but a spiritual rain, especially with this Nine of Cups, that's going to just be very satisfying. So some of you, you're receiving a gift or receiving opportunities for pleasure here. Some of you, this is a return of libido. So not to be too in your business, but that is how this could be showing up for some of you, especially with like the unfurlness. Something could be balancing health wise, with like your hormones, or it could be dietary where you're like, oh, I realize when I stop drinking alcohol or when I stop over consuming caffeine or something, that solves the problem and I feel like juicy again, I feel alive again. Okay. Or it's like I've been missing this one vitamin and it's been making like my hair and my nails brittle, but once I see the issue for what it is, it's actually a really easy fix and I'm getting that vitality back, especially when it comes to just your angelic connection, like feeling connected to your angels. Something here is also being rejuvenated. Uh, also, there could be a psychic block with this Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, reverse energy, especially if you've been dealing with someone immature or someone's been sending evil eye, or you've just been caught up in a relationship that you've been too focused on. If you've been too focused on what someone else is doing, no matter how much you love them, whether it's your committed partner or someone who is in a situationship with you, whatever it is, okay? If you've been over focusing on them, which there's a high risk of that with this Neptunian Pisces energy because we don't really feel the barriers and the borders and the boundaries that we should really if we're like in our right spiritual discernment. You could find that you are so depleted because you are giving this so much of your energy, and you can benefit maybe from cutting that cord or from taking a break. Like sometimes you just need to take a break from thinking about things and taking a break from thinking about problems that you would really like to solve. And it could be that your anxiety doesn't want to let go because you're like, I haven't fixed it yet, or I don't know what's going to happen. So, how could I possibly drop this at this time? But dropping it is exactly what's going to help you kind of see clearly again and help you clear up all of that Neptunian fog, especially because some of the intensity of the emotions you might be feeling and some of the confusion might not even be yours. You could be in a soul tie connection with someone and they're confused about how they feel about you. And so now you're confused about how you feel about yourself and you're confused about how you feel about them. And it gets all murky and mixed up and mixed together. So I want to invite you to revisit what we've been learning with all of the Aries energy in the air, especially because Mercury is still retrograde there. How can you feel confident in that sense of self? And also, how can you see yourself as your higher self and see yourself with divine perspective? Because everything about you is so worthy of that. And yeah, something in your life is getting refilled, an area of destitution. This could definitely be financial for a lot of you, but I'm getting a lot to do with like the physical body, feeling like my skin is just dry or like I'm not juicy right now. Something about that is getting rejuvenated and it is tied to something energetic. So someone could be energy siphoning. And I don't mean to fearmonger about that, but it happens all the time and we allow it to happen all the time naturally, even just with social media, scrolling too much, have any of you ever scrolled so much to the point where you're like, okay, I'm dehydrated. Like I need to stop. I need to stop being on social media, or actually I need to stop watching this show because I'm just like locked in, right? You might find that you're like immersed in something. And then when you take a step back from it, you feel so much better. And you're like, oh, I feel like me again. Melissa in the chat says, "Happy birthday." Thank you so much. I'm so happy. And so, yeah, just to take a little break from channeling. I am 27 today on the 27th, and I'm really grateful. Yesterday was the anniversary of my dad's passing. So, it is like usually an emotionally heavy time for me. But this year, I decided to celebrate and to do a little bit more. So, I am going to be getting dinner tonight. And yeah, my partner has been extremely supportive as well. And just, I'm grateful for my community, my spiritual community here on YouTube. I could not be more grateful for y'all. I really couldn't. I tear up regularly just thinking about how lucky I am to have y'all and to see this community grow. You really are the light of my life, whoever's watching. Okay, so back to the message. Yeah, I just want to say, with this flow of partnership, this is your ability to love deeply without getting too hung up on how long it's going to last, what it's going to amount to. Also, accepting things for what they were, and just like knowing, like, just because it was what it was doesn't mean it has to be my future, my forever. It's like the patterning can just be very tired. Like you're tired of it. There's something about being tired here and getting that rest. Some of you surrender to the fatigue and just need to sleep. Like you just need to sleep, get some vitamin C, vitamin D, and some of you, like, messages about libido keep coming back. So, like, maybe some of you just have not been giving yourself permission to self pleasure, or like waiting on someone else to give you pleasure, or you're like waiting on a situation to work out in order for you to have pleasure. Celebrate now, okay? Celebrate now. Celebrate yourself, your beauty, your body now as much as possible. I also am getting a very important download that Spirit wanted to remind me about, which is that some of you are starting something new, and in 1 week, you will be like, hey, I actually don't feel so brand new at this. And in 5 to 6 weeks, you'll be so confident about your path. Whereas, like right now, it just feels a little awkward because it's something new that you're trying. And this is very auspicious, whatever this is, because it's the new moon in Aries, solar eclipse. It's all about planting seeds and setting intention. So, like, whatever you're starting right now, in 1 week, you'll be like, wow, I'm excited about this. I'm so glad I started doing this. And I'm actually over some of the newbie hurdles that I thought were going to take so much longer. So if you are telling yourself, like, I really want to get into the gym, or I really want to get good at this, or I really want to learn coding or whatever it is. Okay, coding's really hard, but like don't let me project my own difficulties onto it. Because I've tried learning to code and it's hard, but I learned enough to do my site and things like that. Anyways, enough about me. It's just you will be so proud of yourself, so glad, and also relieved. Like it's not going to be as hard as you think. It's not going to be as hard as you think. Also, in 5 to 6 weeks, you will meet another person or a group of people that are also interested in this thing at a similar learning space as you, maybe a little bit ahead, maybe a little bit behind, so to say. But it's like you're going to be really grateful that you met that person because it's going to be a very affirming to you, especially if you're older for like whatever you think this thing is. If you're like, I'm too old to take a pole dancing class, or I'm too late to get into acting or modeling because that time has already passed, or it's a young person's game or whatever. Like you're going to meet someone in 5 to 6 weeks that really affirms. And I'm getting like a lot of mutual support and encouragement, especially with this flow of partnership. Like this didn't really come to me um, romantically, this particular message, but it's like you're going to be like, wow, we can really support each other and share resources and share tips. And I'm so glad that I started this thing, even though I doubted at first. Okay. And so we also have electric. So things are going to be speeding up big time, especially because we're coming from the energy of hibernation. So if you are hibernating now, if you're exhausted, depleted, and just not feeling yourself right now, it's so that you can charge up because you're being prepared for something to really take off and you're about to be so inspired and excited. I'm seeing a lot of paints as well, someone getting messy, someone painting. And for some reason, it's like giving like naked painting in my living room, and I just don't care who's watching, and I'm just not judging myself. Like, you're freeing yourself of judgment, especially if that judgment stems from the way you thought a certain relationship in your life would have been at this time. A lot of you are also letting go of this idea of like, I should have been married at this age, or I should have been with my person already, or I should have been graduated already. Like, you're letting go of that because you're realizing it's arbitrary. And with bounty, there's so much abundance and so much opportunity. And life is about so much more than when and how. Like, you're letting go of the when and the how of so many different things in your life. And you're ready to break certain contracts. We have annul here. So especially when it comes to relationships and like these old karmic soul contracts that are coming back up, especially with Venus retrograde in Pisces, you're ready to end that. You're ready to end that cycle. You're ready to close it out. So you're definitely closing out that contract. And you're like, I'm ready because I want to see what else is beyond this. Like, we've been in this circle enough times. I know that we have deep feelings for each other, and you're going to leave and come back, and then you're going to like hide something from me, and then we're going to be back together again, and then I'm going to move on, and then I'm going to come back. Like, you've done this dance enough times that you're ready to finally flow past it and see what else spirit has for you. It's giving like, show me how good life can get, God. I want to know what is on the other side of this threshold. So some of you, you're breaking through a huge karmic lesson, and yeah, it has a lot to do with shadow magic. Shadow magic, we have synchronicity 333 here too. So you're transmuting the pain and the stagnancy. You've learned so much from yourself at this point through whatever these karmic connections are. You have taught yourself so much because that is the beauty of you. That is the intelligence of you. That is your divine intelligence within, teaching you through all of these experiences that sometimes you would rather not have, but truly your soul signed up for it. And with synchronicity, you are following the signs right out of this chapter so that you can finally get going again and to feel alive again. So your spark is kind of coming back. Things are going to start moving very fast paced. We have the 8 of Wands. Okay. So, like I said, you're being prepared because if you don't take this time to rest and rejuvenate yourself, right? Some of you are going to be like doing a face mask, like deep conditioning your hair, getting your toes done, like that kind of stuff. It doesn't have to be though. But you're just going to be expanding beyond what you thought was possible for yourself and moving fast again. So some of you are literally getting into like jogging, running, or you're just like, I'm going to start doing a daily walk. And that's going to be just like my self-care time so I can get in the right headspace before I move on to whatever else. And it's like the small things are going to make a really big difference right now. But you're also naturally coming out of this energy, so you don't have to put a ton of pressure on yourself. Like, this is all happening very organically, okay? Let's get some angel oracle cards, though, to end off this reading. Okay, there's something better. There's something better. Didn't I say that some of you, you're getting something that you want, like something better than what you wanted before the thing you wanted is coming? I did say that, didn't I? But yeah, there's something better. So you're going to be very surprised by the universe very, very soon. And yeah, when it comes to love as well, you're like, I don't need to hold on to anything because I just know I have options. And I know that if someone's really about me, they will show me, they will do the work that it takes for us to align. And things are getting easy. Like, things are going to be so much easier. It's almost like trying to make it work with something that's just not giving. It's just been slowing you down. And yeah, you're opening your eyes to what else is out there. Okay, we have weight. So yeah, something's coming in for you. This is not something you have to chase. This is not something like this natural period of things speeding up. It's happening to you right now. Especially with temperance, it's divinely guided and divinely ordained. Greg says, Happy Earth Day. Thank you. Yes, I appeared 27 years ago. And Whitney says, sending love and a big hug to you. Love, so much hugs. Vanessa says, happy birthday. Celebrate yourself. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Vanessa. That is so sweet of you. And Emmanuel says, happy birthday, Galena. Wishing you more years of celebration ahead, dear. Thank you. And I'm so excited for this upcoming year because I know it's going to be a good year of us connecting. And in the new house that I'm moving into, I'll have a lot more time and space to make lots of different content. So I'm excited for that too. Okay, let's go ahead and see one more. Okay, we have take action. So yeah, this is you. I'm literally getting this for some people. It's like literally exercise, like just sweating it out. Going on a walk would make a big difference. And also doing something just for the sake of doing it. So like picking up paints or um, like it feels very tactile, physical. That could be Aries coming through as well, the Aries energy. And I'm shuffling again, so Spirit wants us to take one more a year from now. Wow. So guys, think about a year from now, where you will be in 1 year. And the fact that it's my birthday, I just want to say, like, on my birthday next year, I'm going to rewatch this video and I'm going to write down like all the blessings that happened between now and next year, not just for me, but for the entire collective. And literally in 6 weeks, Spirit's saying you will see a dramatic shift, and it will give you like a snapshot into what 1 year of like what 1 year will look like for you. What 1 year will look like for you. Jesus. Okay. So yeah, this next year is going to be very, very significant for the entire collective, especially because of this new moon solar eclipse energy. It's so intense. It's an entire rebirth. And in 1 year, you will literally feel like, wow, I am 1 years old. Like, this is my new life. So your new life is starting. Oh my gosh. Meditation brings answers. And yeah, it's about getting your mind clear because all that's left right now is like the baggage energies. Everything else is sorting itself out. This is the end of a huge, huge chapter, like the literal end of an era. And on the bottom, it says opportunity. Look at all that abundance raining down on you. Yes. And it's like you are kind of moving in a different direction so that you can say yes to some newness, some new energy. It's going to be really exciting for you. And something you're starting now, it's going to be very lucrative. I'm also seeing someone building a house. So if you're doing renovations, it's like chip away at whatever you need to do. And 1 year from now, you'll be so pleased. But also, again, guys, 6 weeks from now, it's like whatever momentum you have in 6 weeks, it's going to be a snapshot of what 1 year will look like for you. Okay, so I hope that that resonates, y'all. I need to go get ready for my birthday dinner because I'm very much not ready, but I love you all so, so much. I'm so happy that I got to come on here for my birthday. Again, I want to start live streaming Thursdays at 5 more regularly. And yeah, I hope that this was helpful. Is there anything else, Spirit? Just I love you. That's all Spirit wants you to know. is that you are loved and that this moment is very, very transitory and you will be okay. Okay. So that's about it. And I'm lingering because I just love you guys so much. But I'm gonna go. And I hope that this resonated with you. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. Sign up for the Lucky Star emailing list at galenathemystic.com. That's also where you can purchase my private readings. Thank you to everyone for the recent donations and all the engagement. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye.